Hey there, girlfriend. Are you a successful corporate professional who happens to be introverted and has hit that six-figure pinnacle? Well, this video is for you. And I can't wait to share with you some different ways on actually how you can have a side hustle that allows you to have more control over your finances and own something of your own. Let's see. So, girlfriend, let's talk. You are winning in your career. You absolutely love what you do. And you are looking for ways to make some extra money, even in spite of you really reaching that pinnacle that most people want to reach when they're in the corporate America, six figures, right? You may even feel a little guilty because you feel like you can't necessarily talk to people about this because you don't want to be ungrateful. Granted, you are winning, but you still want more. You want to be able to have something of your own. And you realize that in the current market that we're in, job security is definitely a thing of the past. Well, this video is specifically for you because I want to help you kind of think about what type of side business you could do from two different lanes. One is going to be from a passion that you may have, and then secondly, we're going to talk about some building a side hustle centered around what you already do, your expertise. And then last but definitely not least, I want to share with you how you can lessen the learning curve and let go of that double tax. Okay? All right, so first, let's talk about building a side hustle around your passion. For me, that is exactly how I started my side business. I have always had a love for fitness. It started from being a dancer and always having a love for that. And then it transitioned into fitness to the point that I was able to build a side job initially when I was in grad school by teaching aerobics. And I was making probably about $10 a class. And then as I continued to evolve in my fitness journey, I then was able to transform that into a $2,000 a weekend gig. And it was really just because I made the time to, first and foremost, practice. I invested in the certifications that I needed to teach the class. So I had the expertise. And then I just absolutely loved doing it. So I made the necessary time for it. And I know oftentimes when people think about a side business, especially if you're a mom, you have a spouse, and you got different kid activities that you're doing, you're concerned about the family tax of the side business. And I want you to know that when you have a plan and that you're very strategic about how to, build the side business, you can do this as well and not sacrifice your family time doing it. So think about it. If you haven't thought about a passion like mine was a passion, maybe that is something you could potentially do as a side business. And I think the reason I think that's an awesome idea is because you will find the time. And because you love to do it, you're going to continue to do it and be consistent. Because that's one of the biggest things that I hear people say, well, I don't want to just start and stop, or I'm not really sure how to stay consistent. Do something you love, you'll find the time, even if you do it in small little chunks to build it as you go. Okay? All right, so then the second thing I wanted to talk to you about, so I talked about using your passion as a side business. What about using your expertise as a side business? I have a client, she is an accountant, and that's what she does in her actual day job. Her name is Brittany. And what Brittany did was she actually does that in her side hustle too. She got a job where she could work from 6 to 2. So it allows her to do what she needs to do at her job during those hours. But then she still has time after she gets off that she can serve her corporate clients and still talk to them within the time window of 9 to 5. So it's not like I have to wait till I get off of work. She adjusted her schedule that allowed her to do the job that she has, and in addition, be able to serve the clients with still within that 9 to 5 window through her expertise. So that's something else that you could think about doing. She makes it a point to take time off to be with her kids and hang out with her husband on the weekends and still provide value for both sets of clients. Her first clients is, of course, the person that she works for, and her 6 to 2 job is not a 9 to 5 in this instant. And then her side business clients, where she's still able to serve in her, I'll say, 2:30 to 5 time frame. And the ideal thing about it is she has what's called, well, that's a job. She can work from home a couple of days during, and then she goes in too. But then, again, she can work her schedule to still be able to serve her clients. So that's another thing that you have the opportunity to do too. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a passion. It can be what you already do, and you work it in your schedule to work it with your family obligations as well as your work obligations. So the next thing I wanted to share with you is how to lessen learning. We talked about the passion, we talked about the expertise, but how can you really lessen learning? Because I know when I first started my business, the first thing that I realized is I knew how to teach aerobics. I did not know necessarily how to market myself or what were some of the things that I need to strategically do, especially as an introvert, to better serve my clients and then not use a lot of energy on people that didn't want what I had. So it's definitely a strategy when it comes to building a side business. And granted, you are highly motivated and highly educated. That's why you've already hit this 6-figure penalty that most people are chasing. But you don't have time to figure it out because of that. You have a full schedule. You have kids that you are taking care of. You have a spouse or a significant other that you want to spend time with. And don't forget taking time out for yourself, which is why I created this masterclass for a person just like you. Someone that wants to build a profitable side hustle, but do it in a way that doesn't sacrifice their time and allows them to avoid the dumb tax. And that's the tax of you trying to figure things out, go on the web and find different things, watch a whole bunch of YouTube videos. I actually have a framework that will allow you to do what you need to do with the quickness and start making it. So I wanted to invite you to my masterclass. It's actually next Thursday. It's called How to Build a Profitable Side Business Without Small Talk, even if you are an introverted 6-figure 9 to 5. And you can scan this QR code to get the information. We also put the link down in the chat so you can check it out there. But come to the webinar. We are meeting on Thursday at 7. So it's going to be after work hours, and it'll allow you to really get a better understanding on how you can get this thing started so you can start making some money, girlie. And if for whatever reason your job lets you go, or if you decide you want to do something different, you'll have the gap. You'll be able to cover the gap with something that you actually have built on your own and know that you can count on yourself, number one. So come to the webinar so you can learn the framework. And I'm just super excited to help you start something that can really support your family as well as your community. As always, share this video with 3 of your girlfriends, 3 of your girlfriends that are considering doing side businesses. And we will see you same time next week. Okay? Bye for now.